I'm looking forward to this trip. It's going to be fantastic.
A trip? What do you mean? Like a day trip?
More extended than a day trip.
Unfortunately, I can't make it. Do you remember when the babies are due in a month? The due date is just a couple of weeks away.
How can I forget? Every day, all I see is that enormous belly. He looked like a whale. This trip isn't with you. I would have told you about it if that were the case. This is a trip for me. You know, with a baby coming and everything, I won't have many chances to get away. I've got to take the chance while I can and get away for a little while for my sanity.
A little while? How long are you actually planning on going? And who are you going with? Friends? Or by yourself?
Is that really important? I'll go and come back. That's all you need to know.
Wait, so you won't tell me who you're going with?
Who I'm going with doesn't really concern you because you won't be coming on the trip. If you were coming, I'd fill you in on all the details, but in this situation, you should definitely just take it easy at home. I'll go off on a short trip, come back, and the baby will probably be due. The timing will be perfect, I bet.
Roma, the due date is 7 days away, but it's not unheard of for the baby to come early. What if the baby comes early and you're not here? Also, with the heavy snow lately, there's no way I can get to the hospital without you. I really think you should reconsider this trip or whatever you're calling it.
What's the chance of that happening? Like 1%? There's no way it's coming early. Besides, you'll be able to figure it out. You're a big girl.
Why would you say something like that? Honestly, if I really get stranded, I'm gonna have to take a taxi.
Don't take a taxi. You know how expensive those are? We're not made of money, you know. Just get your friend to drive you.
This is crazy. Honestly, why are you going on a trip so close to the baby's birth?
I've been planning this trip for a while, Lucy. It's something I've been really looking forward to. The timing now is the best it could be. Like I said, it's gonna be really crazy and hectic after the baby comes. Now's my only chance.
The timing isn't good at all, though. I wish you would consider me and the new baby a little bit more. It's totally irresponsible to be heading out on a trip at this time.
What do you want me to do? Rub your feet? Cook up pasta dinners for you? I've been doing all that, and frankly, I'm getting a bit tired of it. I know pregnant women need to eat, but you've been really ballooning up. Like, I think you might have gone a bit overboard with a big appetite.
Are you insulting me? You know I need to eat extra to feed the baby, right? I guess you wouldn't know because you don't have a child growing in your stomach.
Can't you take a joke? It's normal to gain a bit of weight, but never mind.
Have you talked to your mother? It seems like your father isn't doing very well at all. His health is really suffering.
Yes, I know. I talked to her.
So, you really think that now is a good time for a trip?
Between you and me, the sooner the old man croaks, the sooner I'll get that inheritance money. We've talked about how nice that money is going to be for us. Maybe we can get that hot tub you've always wanted.
What? We've never talked about anything like that.
That's one of the reasons I booked this trip. It's quite a nice hotel. It even has champagne service.
I can't believe you. How can you be so inconsiderate? Your dad is not doing well at all and you're already thinking about money?
You and your mother keep telling me save money for the baby this, put aside money for the future that. Now's my only chance to spend a little on me. You understand too, right? It can't all be hard work, there's got to be some play too. All work and no play, it makes Roma a dull boy.
That's selfishness. Where did that come from? You used to be so kind. To me, my mother, everyone. You've really changed lately. Taking an extravagant trip and staying in a nice hotel when your father is sick and you've got a baby on the way? I think you need your head checked.
You don't understand me at all. I'm the one earning the money which pays for the house, food, the car, everything. Where's the appreciation? Where's the respect? Is that too much to ask? After all I do for you, you just criticize me and complain that I'm doing the wrong thing. Don't you think a break is good? Work-life balance, remember.
I'm only criticizing you because what you're doing is completely out of line.
All right then. I don't think you'll ever understand my way of thinking. You tell me to think more of you, but I think you need to reassess your priorities. If we got divorced, you'd be in a bad spot, Lucy. Remember that, okay?
Unreal, Roma. You've honestly changed. I don't even know who you're going on this trip with. That's not shady at all.
I told you, that's not important. It doesn't concern you. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know I'm going, and there's nothing you can do to change my mind now. One more thing. Do you think you could lose some weight after the baby's born? I'm having a hard time finding you attractive with this extra weight.
Shut up. You've said enough. I'm not gonna let you go on this trip. I'm calling your mother. What? Did you shut me in the storage shed? The doors are locked.
I had to do it, Lucy. I'm sorry, but you were just getting on my case too much. You would have never let me go on this trip.
Whatever. I don't care about the trip. Let me out of here, it's cold. It's gonna keep snowing tonight, it might get dangerous. This is serious, Roma.
Yes, well maybe you should have thought of that before you started calling me all those names. Inconsiderate, irresponsible. Those names don't feel nice, do they? And there's a window in there, right? It's insulated too, so it shouldn't be that bad. Just enjoy the lovely scenery as the snow falls.
There's not even a heater in here. This is nuts. You're nuts. I really can't believe you took it this far.
Well, just take the night in there to recollect your thoughts. Then, maybe when I come back tomorrow, you'll be able to treat me a bit kinder. Like a husband should be treated.
Your reasoning is totally backwards. I really can't take this. You lock me in our storage shack with no heater, no food, nothing. I might die, literally.
Don't overreact, Lucy. You'll be okay. Just take some time to think, and I really feel that you come out of this with a better idea of how I provide for our family. And hopefully a bit more respect for me. Remember, a good wife should follow and obey her husband. That's the way she learns how to act and behave in public. It's common knowledge.
All right, Roma. I'm thinking about what you've said and I think I can understand. You just want a little more respect, and I feel appreciated. I understand that. That's a very normal human feeling. I can definitely relate. So, would you please let me out of here? It's honestly getting really cold.
Huh? I just said I'm coming back tomorrow. You can take some more time to think about it. I'm already out the door. Actually, I'm pretty late meeting my friend. I should have been at the meetup spot ages ago.
Are you serious? You're gonna leave me in the storage shed? What the hell is the matter with you?
Take your time to think and I'll be back by tomorrow. Okay? See ya!
Roma. This is not safe for the baby. Think about the baby.
Lucy, how are you feeling? I know the due date for the baby's coming up, so I thought I should call. But I need to let you know that Robert is not doing very well. I think it'd be best if you and Roma came here tonight, just to see him. I sent a message to Roma, but for some reason he didn't answer.
Annie. Thank God. I don't have good reception here, but I need your help. I'm in a storage shed outside of her house. You've got to get the key and get me out of here, quick.
What? Where's Roma? He's not with you?
No, he's not. He went on a trip. I'll tell you more later, just come.
What? You mean the outside? You'll freeze in there. What do you mean a trip? At a time like this? That's crazy.
Yes, he was talking about the inheritance money. That's why he decided to spring for a high-class hotel. I actually don't know who he went with, he wouldn't tell me.
Oh my God! My own son! Did that? I'm so sorry, Lucy. I can't say how mortified I am to hear that.
Annie, my phone battery is gonna die soon. It's cold too. My fingers are already cramping up. It's hard to type messages.
I'm sorry, Lucy. I'll be on my way.
Please come. I'll fill you in more later. My phone's gonna die.
All right, I'm heading right over now. I'll bring Alan to you. He can help if we run into any problems. Is the gate open? We should be able to get in, right? Lucy, are you there? Lucy!
I'm on my way back. After we talked yesterday morning, I didn't hear anything from you. What happened? I thought about it after. Locking you in the storage shed might have been going a bit overboard. I'm sorry about that. I just got a bit heated, that's all. How's everything going anyway? Were you able to think about us? And you know how you need to respect me.
Get over to the house, Roma. Right now. We're all waiting for you.
Huh? Who's all waiting? Lucy! What's going on?
This isn't Lucy, Roma. This is your mother. I know what you did. Locking your pregnant wife in the storage shed. During a snowstorm, no less. What were you thinking going away on a trip at this time? Honestly, I am out of words to say to you.
Mom? Why are you using Lucy's phone?
Roma, you need to take responsibility for what you did. You really messed up this time, and I honestly don't know how you're going to get out of it.
Is everything okay with Lucy? Nothing bad happened, right? And who's all gathering at the house? What happened?
Enough. Get over to the house now. I'll explain the situation to you after you get here. I'd rather not say it over the phone. The whole family's here, Roma. They know what you did. How you went on a trip right when your father was very sick. They all know how you locked your pregnant wife in that storage shed.
Listen, Mom, I have a good reason for all of this. You don't even know the full story. Don't go jumping to conclusions and giving everyone the wrong idea now.
Fine, when you're here, we can talk. Directly. Anyway, we're all waiting for you to get here. Come soon.
Lucy, are you okay? I was really worried. I'm glad that everything turned out okay.
Huh? What do you want? Don't pretend to worry about me. I don't need your fake sympathy.
I'm not just saying it. I was really worried. I kept thinking about you, even after I went on that trip.
Oh, is that so? That's why you ignored those texts from me and your family? You must have been really worried.
No, I would have replied, just the reception was bad. I really wanted to, believe me.
Wow, your tune sure has changed. It's too late though. Perhaps if you really had checked your phone and you could have properly said goodbye to your father. You know that he passed away just hours after you went on that trip. You missed your final chance to say goodbye to him.
I know! I went to my parents' house and all of the family were waiting there. They were all really sad. Super gloomy atmosphere.
You don't seem too choked up about it.
Nonsense! I care a lot. Like I care about you too. By the way, how's the baby?
I told you, don't ask about me. How was your little getaway with Eliza?
Huh? What are you talking about?
That's who you went with, isn't it? Eliza Richardson, I think it was. When your father passed, your mother called the hotel to get a hold of you, and the hotel staff told her the name of your partner.
Why did she call the hotel? That's supposed to be my private trip. What is she doing butting into my business? Besides, it was a business trip. Eliza is my coworker, and we were meeting customers there.
Oh. Yeah. So that's why you were saying I deserve to have some fun, I need some me time. Not to mention the champagne service. That really sounds like a lot of business.
You don't know, Lucy. You weren't there. I did plenty of business.
It doesn't matter. We're getting a divorce.
What? You don't mean that, do you?
This past week you really showed your true colors. I found out who you really are. Someone who's heartless and only cares about himself. Locking me in the storage shed, not picking up the phone calls from your family when your father was deathly ill? Unforgivable.
But you're pregnant with our baby, Lucy? We're gonna start a family, like we've always talked about.
Why would I want to start a family with a piece of garbage like you? You're dead to me, Roma?
Well, I admit that locking you in the storage shed might have been a bit overkill. I never thought that it would drop below zero either. That was a real surprise to me. So, like I said, I'm really, really glad you're okay.
It's too late to apologize. Your words are pointless. Anyway, I'm not even pregnant with your child anymore.
What? Did something happen to the child?
No. The baby was born. I'm not telling you where. You're not allowed to see it.
What? Why wouldn't you tell me something that important? Remember, that is my kid as much as it's yours. I deserve to know.
You deserve to know? Okay, why didn't you stick around to see the baby be born? Oh yes. You were away cheating on me with your coworker. Not that I care. After this, we're done and I'm gonna do my best to raise this baby. Alone.
What? As the father, I demand to see him.
It's actually a little girl. After the divorce goes through, you're gonna need to pay child support. I've already got a list of other expenses that I'm going to have a lawyer look at. Raising a child as a single mother isn't easy, but better than raising her with you.
Lucy, is this some kind of dark, twisted joke? Like, if this is true, I really can't take it. I need to see her. She's my daughter, for God's sake.
It's not a joke. This shouldn't even be a surprise to you. Your mother totally understands too. She's on my side in this.
My mother? Why is she even involved in this? You should have told me first.
Well, after you locked me in that shed, I had to ask your mother and brother to let me out. Luckily, they saved me before it got too freezing in there. But after that, I talked to your mother for a long time. We discussed the truly inconsiderate things you've done, and she decided to have you written out of the will.
What? Written out of the will? Stop it! What are you saying, Lucy? That was supposed to be my inheritance money, but you ought to go and mess with it. I'm really gonna get you back for this.
Is that a threat? Anyway, don't blame me. It was your family's decision. They decided as a group, as far as I know.
No, no, no! I have a right to that money. I'm his son in blood. What the hell? How did it come to this?
The family came to the decision, and I think it's a fair one, considering what you did. Your mother also very considerately offered a small sum of money to me to raise the child. She was absolutely heartbroken by the whole situation. Which is totally understandable.
Lucy, let's talk about this. This whole situation is getting way out of hand.
I don't want to ever hear your annoying voice ever again. You got to be alone for a long time and think about what you've done. Go live in that storage shed, you heartless troll. Having delivered a beautiful baby girl, I reached out to Roma's mother, who kept Roma from going to the hospital and witnessing the arrival of the new baby. Subsequently, I made up my mind to dedicate some time to my family. While I figured out my next steps, my parents provided significant assistance with the baby. In contrast, Roma was genuinely taken aback by the fact that he didn't receive anything from his father's inheritance. Even worse, after this incident, his entire family distanced themselves from him, disregarding his calls and messages. As expected, the woman with whom Roma had been having an affair discovered he was married and promptly ended their relationship. The rumor rapidly circulated within the office, resulting in several uncomfortable months for him upon his return from the entire debacle. The work environment became so unpleasant that he opted to resign and seek new employment in his smaller, rural hometown. In that place, he led a solitary existence, unable to visit either his young daughter or his family, who had abandoned him. It seemed as though he were confined to his own personal storage shed, unable to break free. Where are you? I just realized I didn't see your mother either.
I'm out to see the ballet with Mom today. We'll have dinner after and then go home. There's a popular French restaurant nearby that I wanted to visit.
What? Just the two of you?
Yup. You don't have time to go see the ballet. Because you're the one that has to take care of that old man.
But you could have at least said something.
What are you going to do even if I tell you? You're staying home with the old man anyway.
Please don't call your father old man. I feel sorry for him.
The name old man is enough for that guy.
Why are you and your mother so cold to him?
He's always been a timid, unreliable man. It's just so pathetic to watch. And on top of that, he's now disabled and needs nursing care. I'm just hoping he'll be gone soon.
It wasn't his fault that he became disabled. Don't blame your father, he's just ill.
You're always defending that old man, aren't you? Do you feel a bond with other useless people? Pathetic.
Useless people?
He's just baggage, and you're sterile. You can't even get pregnant. Give me back my hopes and dreams.
I'm sorry.
I must have married the wrong person because we've been married for 5 years and we can't have kids. The only thing a useless wife like you can do is take care of the old man.
I have never disliked being his caretaker. Your father was always kind to me.
The only reason the old man is nice to you is that he wants your company. There was no one in this house on his side. He probably feels a connection with you, another useless human.
I'm pity your father.
Huh?
You and your mother go see the ballet. The money you spend on eating out is your father's money, right?
The only thing he is going for him is money. Well, he's not the only one who earned the fortune of this house.
Stop saying that.
That old man, even that one, was born into a rich family. He's got nothing but money. The old man can't even shop for himself anyway. We're just making the most of it. It's our right as family.
Your father may be physically handicapped, but is clear in the head. I'm sure he's very sad that you and your mother are treating him so coldly.
I don't care. I just wish that baggage would be gone soon. I forgot to mention. I'll be traveling abroad from tomorrow.
What? Overseas? That's so sudden.
I've been planning this for a while. I just didn't tell you. We're traveling on a luxury cruise.
Oh, yeah. But what about your father?
He has you. It's just me and my mom going.
What about me? You guys are leaving me and your father behind?
Of course. How can we take someone like him on a trip? He's going to need someone to take care of him.
You're leaving me behind.
We can't just leave the old man alone. If something goes wrong, it'll be on us. Besides, I'd rather travel alone with my mom. It's no fun when you're in the way.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about you and the old man.
It's just the two of you again, in the lack of luxury. And how much does a luxury cruise cost?
I haven't been abroad for a while, so I wanted to go. I wanted to show my mom the beautiful scenery of Europe. The cost was a bit out there, but I can afford it.
You paid for it with your father's money.
The old man's fortune will be ours in the near future anyway. What we do with it is our business. I'll buy you a souvenir if I feel like it.
Even though your father hasn't been feeling well lately. How can you travel by yourselves?
It's probably just a cold or something. Besides, it's none of my business what happens to the old man.
You and your mother are too cold. And selfish.
Huh? Do you have a problem with me?
I have nothing but complaints. What does your father and I ever do to you? How can you guys be so selfish?
You're so cocky, aren't you? You're just a housewife. I could kick you out of my house if I wanted to. But if that happens, you'll be left pennilessing on the street.
If he heard about this, I'm sure your father would get angry.
I don't care. You can't do anything with that body even if he gets angry. If that old man ever messes with me or mom, I'm gonna get even with him. I'm gonna beat him well.
You really are a terrible person.
Hey, you home? I'm coming home now, so get the food ready. I miss American food. European food was great, but it's just not the same.
Welcome back. You've finally returned.
Oh! I forgot to get you guys a souvenir. Well, that's okay, right?
Where are you now?
I just took a cab from the nearest station. I'll be home soon. Hurry up and cook. I'm so hungry.
Again, you contact me out of the blue like that.
I want tomato soup and baked potatoes for dinner. And maybe some grilled steak. I want to eat freshly cooked bread, too.
Months away from home. Don't you care how we're doing? Your father's condition and stuff. Don't you have something to say before requesting a whole dinner menu?
I don't care about his condition. I'm tired. Get ready and cook. Quick!
I'm gonna be home before you can stop blabbing.
You're still a hopeless case, aren't you? No wonder your father abandoned you.
You better watch your mouth. You think you're the master of the house now because we've been gone for 2 months?
Whatever.
I was just stating a fact.
Hey! What happened to the house? Where are you and the old man? Why is the house gone? Why is the land being cleared?
You should have seen this coming. That's what happens when you take things too far.
What are you talking about? What happened?
I warned you, didn't I? I said, even if your father would be angry, didn't I?
So, explain to me what's going on. Mom is just sitting here in shock. Did the old man do this?
We tore down the house and sold the land.
Huh? Are you kidding?
It wasn't me, it was your father. Oh, and that's not all. He changed all of his assets into money, like cars, etc.
What on earth is that old man doing?
Shortly after you guys left, your father contacted his realtor, lawyer, and accountant. A week later, we moved all our stuff out of the house. The demolition happened so fast, I was surprised too.
Where are you now?
I'm staying at my parents' house for now. Your father paid for my flight and all the money to move out of the house.
How dare you do this? Who told you it was okay to do this?
I told you, your father made the decision. And we're getting a divorce too. I'm sorry you're tired from your trip, but I'm sure you'll be able to handle that too.
You don't get to decide on your own.
It's because you went on a trip without asking me. I'll make sure the process is handled through a divorce attorney. Your father paid for my legal fees, so that helped.
That feeble old man. He seriously did all this just to corner us? But still, I can't believe it demolished the house. He's nuts.
You guys really made your father angry. Also, he did this for me too. He said he would punish you for me.
And he paid your legal fees? He even paid for your move?
He said if I were getting a divorce, he would work with me to make it as favorable to me as possible. Like the property division and stuff. Also, your father is divorcing your mother. He said he had nothing to do with her anymore.
Think of how my mom would feel. What is she supposed to do if she gets divorced at her age?
You did the same thing to me.
That was just a threat. I was never gonna dump you.
This is all your own fault. No matter how coldly you treated him, your father never said a word. So you guys just went with it. You both took his kindness for granted.
You're kidding me. We let him live with us, and he should thank us for it. Even after the old man became disabled, we still let him live with us.
Why should he thank you guys for that? He was happier moving out of the house. If he stayed home, he would only be treated coldly by you and your mother.
Shut up. Old people, they're happiest at home.
You kept your father in the house because you were stingy with the money. It costs a lot to put him in a nursing home. But if you let me take care of him, there's no cost, and that's convenient.
You're good for nothing. I gave you a job. You're trash. You're a joke. Don't you guys think you can get away with this?
You still take such a high-handed attitude. I'm really stunned by you.
Whatever the old man does, I'm the heir to his fortune. Answer me. Where's the old man? I'm gonna take all his fortune away from him.
Your father is in a nursing home. And I think his fortune is pretty much gone. Your father paid in advance for his 5 years nursing home cost. The cost of a nursing home is so expensive. All the money and savings he made from selling things are almost gone.
Almost?
The fortune is your father's, so it's up to him how he wants to use it. There's nothing you can do about it now. Unfortunately. I doubt there's any money for you to inherit. Because there is nothing left.
Tell me where the old man is.
Are you going to hit him? Then I won't tell you. I've alerted the nursing home that his family may try to harm him. If you go visit, you'll probably be accompanied by security guard.
Stop mocking me.
You just did what we had to do to protect ourselves. How much longer are you going to keep up with that attitude? You should have a better understanding of the position you're in.
Good morning. I'm sorry about last night. I got mad and said a lot of terrible things to you. Again, I'd like to have a discussion with you.
I don't care. I'm used to getting this attitude from you. So is your father.
I treated my father terribly, too. My mom and I are both sorry for what we've done. I'm so sorry.
Oh. You've changed your attitude a lot. You seem to have finally figured it out. Our positions have been completely reversed.
I just realized we were a little too selfish.
Are you trying to win over me? You're worried about a property division, aren't you? If I take your property, you'll have nothing left.
My mom is broke now. I'll have to take care of her financially.
Yes, that's right. Your mother has never had a job, and I don't think she can even find a job.
So I'm trying to leave some savings on the table.
In other words?
I want a 50-50 split of the property. Please.
No. I don't want to.
Are you serious?
You have been so selfish all this time. That's enough. Why don't you try to live modestly and without luxuries from now on?
It's not like we're short on money. But I can't live like this.
But you still have a job. Your mother has her pension, too.
Still, it's a far cry from what he used to be. How could she suddenly reduce her quality of life after decades of living in luxury?
How naive are you at this point? You two have no choice but to reduce your quality of life. There's no other option. There's no way you can do what you've been doing, no matter how much your mother cries and screams.
That's not what I'm saying.
You can't afford to be extravagant anymore either. You should have had a better paying job. You didn't choose a job seriously, because you thought you were going to inherit all your father's fortune.
I didn't think you would make such a crazy move. I can't believe you demolished the house.
Your father didn't hesitate. He said he had nothing but bad memories of that house. He built that house for his family. I really felt sorry for him.
No matter how angry he was, he didn't have to go this far, did he?
Doesn't that mean his resentment was that deep? I only lived there for 5 years since I married you. But your father left with you guys for decades. Kind people are indeed scary when they get angry. I can't believe you were so easily abandoned. Guess we found out who was the baggage. My husband and I then proceeded with our divorce through the attorney. I was able to prove the emotional distress I was suffering from my husband. Most of the property became mine. As for the property division between my ex-husband's father and mother, his mother's share was none. And my ex-father-in-law and I each got divorced. My ex-husband and his mother lived together, but they couldn't suddenly drop their standard of living. Because his mother tried to live the same way she did when she was spoiled by my ex-father-in-law's money. My ex-husband had no choice but to go into debt, and that's why he and his mother's relationship crumbled. I reconnected with my childhood friend shortly after I moved back to my hometown and we started dating. And then we got married. I was so concerned about my ex-father-in-law that I went to see him once a year. He died exactly 5 years later. He got cancer in his later years. He lived until the last minute to ensure the cost he had already paid was not refunded to his son. I guess that's how much he resented him.
Hey Andrew. Are you free tomorrow?
Yeah, I am.
I wanted an extra day to prep before the trip. I kind of left the packing to the last minute again.
Wait. You're still going on the trip? I thought we agreed to cancel it.
What? No way. I'd been looking forward to this for ages. Why would I cancel?
But I thought we agreed to put it off. I can't do anything by myself while I'm stuck in this wheelchair. I'm not used to this. You said you were gonna help me. Who's gonna take me to my appointment in a few days?
Yeah, I remember something like that. But can you take a taxi or something? Why does this have to be my problem? I can't ruin all my plans for this one appointment.
What? That's not fair. I'm not trying to make this your problem. But I do need your help. You can't just leave me behind on our trip because of the accident. Are you really gonna do all that stuff without me?
But I already took the time off from work. Not to mention it's too close to get a refund for the bookings now. My deposit would be wasted. But if you just stay home, then I won't lose any of that. We can't let this ruin my vacation.
But who is going to help me get to the hospital? You promised you'd be there for me.
I didn't agree to stay. I said I could help while I was there. You just decided yourself that I would stay home. I never promised anything. Listen, Kate. I already paid for the plane ticket and the hotel. What's the point of wasting that? And my family will get mad at me if I don't show up.
What? I don't remember anything about your family coming too. I thought this was just the two of us. I wanted our honeymoon to be special. Why were they coming along?
Take it easy, Kate. Just my mom and dad. The hotel I booked offered a discount if I bought 2 rooms at the same time. So I asked them if they wanted to come too. Is that a problem?
You didn't tell me about this. Are you sure if I'm comfortable spending our honeymoon with your parents? I still don't know them very well. Don't you think so? It would have been awkward with them.
No, they'd be busy keeping my sister company. Yeah, my sister wanted to come along too. She was so excited. She's never been to Bath before. So I could hardly say no. And her husband offered to watch the younger one, so I said it was fine. She was excited about our trip?
Yeah, she was very happy.
You don't sound too thrilled though. Is there something wrong with that?
It's not wrong, but I just feel like this wasn't even for us. I can't even go anymore, and now that I'm stuck in this thing, who knows when I'll be able to walk again? Like this was just a family trip and I wasn't tagging along.
Don't be so dramatic. It's nothing. That's gonna be permanent. You just fell down the stairs. I'm sure you'll get over it eventually. You didn't even fall that hard. You're clumsy.
I am not. I didn't just accidentally fall, you know. Were you even paying attention to what happened?
No, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't exactly expect you to tumble down like that. You're lucky I was there to help you. You're taking this too far. I'm not blaming you for the accident. But it's not my fault that you can't move. If you can't come, you can't come. That's it. Even if you can't come in person, you can still enjoy it. We can text you and FaceTime every day. I can bring you some British snacks and gifts back. And while I'm gone, you can enjoy some time alone.
What? So I'm stuck house sitting while you run off to another country?
No, I didn't mean it. I'm just trying to do what's best for everyone.
No. You're prioritizing your family. You're just trying to keep me out of the way because it's easier. Do your parents know about this? What about your sister? Is she fine with abandoning me?
Why are you being so rude? Calm down, Kate.
I have the right to be upset. We are married. Isn't normal that you're supposed to stay by my side?
But you're acting like you can just leave me whenever you want. If you want to be just friends, you can say it.
What? Are you trying to friend zone me? What is going on with you? Did you hit your head on the way down?
Just go ahead and have fun on our trip by yourself. Just do what you want.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And do you mind taking care of things while we're gone? Nothing major, but my family has some packages arriving that need to be brought in. And don't forget to feed Bobby. He'll throw a tantrum if he misses even one meal.
No, I didn't say yes. I said you can do whatever you want, but I'm not going to be happy about it. I thought you said your sister's husband was gonna take care of things. How do you expect me to get to their house? I can't drive right now. I can't even get to the hospital. Your parents' house is 30 minutes away.
I told you, just the simple stuff. They've got a lightweight vacuum and the mail shouldn't be too heavy. I think you can handle it. You're handling our housework fine. So what is that different?
Are you listening to me? I can't get out of the house. How do you want me to get over there? And I don't even know your parents that well. I can't just go into a stranger's house while they're gone. Isn't it gonna be locked?
They are not strangers. They are my parents. Just because you don't know each other well. But we're still family now. And they keep a spare key under the mat. So you can get it.
Really, Andrew? That's not the point. I cannot get out of this house. I can't even get to the key.
I told you already, don't you remember? Listen to me. You should get a taxi. Most of taxis have a wheelchair lifts now. If you just ask, you're gonna get to the hospital somehow. Just do that for my parents too.
No, I told you I couldn't get to the hospital. That's why you're supposed to help me. Stop it, Andrew. You should know I'm still upset you're still going. How can you expect me to take care of everything in this condition?
You can't just leave Bobby alone for a week. My mother treats the dog like a son. She'd be so upset if he went hungry. We can leave food out, but if he eats it all too soon, he'll starve. And he needs his water changed too.
I literally can't go near your mother's cat without breaking out in a rash. I get a bad reaction from his fur.
Yeah, but it's not that bad, right? Only for a little bit. It's not a deadly allergy or anything. I will quite literally die if I'm alone with that cat.
Don't you remember what you did to me last time? You locked me in the room with that cat. I then got the allergy. I had to be taken to the hospital to do some checkup then.
Okay. I remembered that. But I did say sorry to you. I didn't mean it. I didn't notice you were in the room because all the lights were turned off. But I can't change the past.
All right. But you should know I can stay near that cat.
Hey Kate. Where you at? I thought you couldn't get out of the house.
I'm going home.
What? Are you having dinner with your parents or something? You should have said so I could come too. Did someone pick you up?
My mother came to get me. I told her about my appointment on Monday. And luckily, she offered to help. She came and got me right away. There's not any food at the house since I haven't gone grocery shopping this week. Why don't you go visit your parents too? You all going to the airport tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But you should have told me though. I'm starving. I thought you cooked something for me, so I didn't even pick anything up.
Sorry for not telling you. I wasn't planning on it. We kind of just decided on the spot. But I assumed you weren't coming home tonight anyway. So I thought it was fine.
If your mother's helping you out, I think she can help with Bobby too. That would be a lifesaver. My mother's acting like she's gonna die without us around. I wanted us to pack together to spend some time with each other before I leave. But I can do it myself. I'll let my mom know Bobby's taken care of.
I'm not even going on the trip, what would I be packing? I didn't want to do it alone.
My mom always does this stuff for me. I booked the trips, it was only fair I shouldn't have to pack all the bags too.
Yeah, then ask her to do it again.
You're right. I'm gonna head out to see my mom now. They said they already did their packing. So she was fine with doing mine too. She said she could make me dinner too. So I have something to eat tonight. So long since I've had my mother's cooking. I hope it's as good as I remember.
Have a nice time.
What did you do? Your dad just showed up with some random dude. They said they were here to see Bobby.
Is that a problem? I thought a pet sitter was a nice compromise.
And who's gonna pay for it? They're super expensive.
Are you planning on paying him?
I couldn't get over there every day. What else was I supposed to do? He's not charging that much. And he said he could do the cleaning and stuff too. I let him know about the mail.
You can't just bring random people to the house while we're gone. I am not paying for that. You could have done it yourself for free, and why did your dad show up with him? He couldn't have done it himself?
I wasn't just gonna let someone come into your house alone. I can't go and meet him myself, so my dad offered to show him around. They met outside, and then he's going to show him what he needs to do. And I made sure he came over before you left, so that you could meet him. It's not easy finding a last-minute pet sitter.
What were you thinking? Are you trying to get back at me?
For what? I'm helping you with your trip. And what would I say to your parents? They're not gonna care. He's taking care of everything.
You're upset because I'm leaving you behind? It's your fault that you don't want to come.
I'm not doing this out of spite. I did want to come, but I just can't. I was just trying to help. I'm not sure what you're so upset about. I don't want to go to your parents' house. What if something happens to me again? I'm not comfortable going there myself right now.
Okay, but it's not my fault. We'd all lose our money if I stayed home. We talked about this. Don't punish me for trying to save our money. Can you stop sulking and just tell this dude to go away then?
The pet sitter is perfect. You won't lose your money because you can go and someone is here to take care of things. Besides, he isn't charging that much. Just about $1,000, I guess.
What? Are you kidding me? How could that be? That's too much.
Well, you can spend our money for your family to go on vacation. Why can you spend a little more for that service?
A little more? It's $1,000, not $10, Kate. Stop it now. I will force this man to go out.
Oh, you can't now. I got your name on the bill, so you are the one to pay it all. You can be sued if you force this man out. It's kind of breaching the contract, you know?
What? Are you tricking me? But do you want me to spend all of our saving? It's your money too.
Oh, I don't care about it. We just got married, so I don't put too much in our saving. I still got my own money.
What?
And I'm planning to file for divorce now. Have a nice time.
What? Wait, Kate. Kate.
After that, Andrew still went on the vacation with his family. Well, of course he had to pay the $1,000 for the pet sitter. He spent up all of our saving for that. Not long after that, I filed for divorce. We just got married, so I did have to worry about anything. Money is just a small problem, but living with this man is a miserable thing in my life. Andrew tried to contact me after that, but I had blocked his number. I am living a happy life with my parents.
Essayer, hey! Oh, and guess what?
Farley? What's going on?
Observe this. Is it really true? Observe the ocean.
Which is this?
Astonishing clarity in the water. Such locations are uncommon, as you are probably aware. Furthermore, isn't the sun just lovely?
Okay, sorry. Which ocean is this? Truth be told, where are you?
Guess what? Smiley face.
I have no idea. I ask because of this. It seems to me that when I awoke this morning to prepare for work, both you and your mother were already gone.
Right. We awoke really early today.
Getting up early for where? Not the neighborhood waiting area, that.
Not close. To see anything as stunning as this in America, you would need to travel to Hawaii at the very least. Haha, this time you guess.
This game is starting to bore me.
Essayer, relax. Okay, here it is. My mom and I are traveling to Hawaii.
What? Where are you?
I know you're surprised, but me and MOM are in Hawaii, lol. Can you believe this is a resort paradise island for us? Great!
Are you crazy? Think about it all. You and your mother-in-law have all gone while I woke up early to prepare breakfast for everyone, but the two of you went on a trip without saying anything to me?
Come on, we're fine, we're fine. You don't need to care that much. I just want to have some fun.
Okay, so where do you get the money to travel with your mother?
Well, you know we're all poor.
Do you know anything about the company? You should reconsider because it is said that you are the one who received the embezzled money from your company, while I am the person who fully supports you at the company. What do you think about this and even traveling with your mother during this time?
Haha. I'm really grateful to you. You are really great.
What do you say? You throw everything here and act like it's none of your business? On top of that, you decided to take your mom with you? This is not an impulsive time to decide to travel with mother-in-law for a number of reasons now. We are tired and have had enough of you.
Darling, let's go chill, lol.
I don't understand what you two are thinking. Wait. You used our savings, didn't you?
Come on, baby, you're so stressed. Look at the picture of nature and enjoy yourself. You are overworked now. I also saved a very, very long time already. Then I found it in the cupboard and boom. LOL, I'm here with my mom, but I don't know about that bunch of money, love.
Are you sure?
Come on, take a deep breath and think only of me. You are a saver in the house and all household expenses need you to be able to use it. I can't touch it, you know anyone in the family can touch it.
Yes, that's right, because someone in the house has fingerprints. I need to limit these.
LOL, so what do you think?
Did you cheat me? What about you embezzled from your own company?
Why are you so petty to me? It's been too long to mention it.
And then you dragged your mother to live with us, then the money was almost never enough because you couldn't get a decent job. So where do you get the money to go to Hawaii? You have no income or savings. I can't think of any way that you can pay off all that money except in savings. You won the lottery, right?
Unfortunately not. I don't have enough money to do this. But I used another card.
What is the other card?
So you probably know it, it's on the desk, I used your card.
What did you do? You took my card and used it without permission. How dare you do this?
I just borrowed a little. I was also going to ask you about this card, but you were sleeping, so it was. You know, love.
Are you okay? The problem is not that you use the money anymore, you use it without my permission.
Why? Is it as important as me?
You stole someone's things, so that what you like is stealing.
Well, it's not someone else's as you say. I said they were a marital relationship. You are the main earner in this house, meaning that the money is us. It is not strange for me to use it. The weird thing is that I can't use my own money.
Farley, man, look at what you said. And the card password, I never told you this.
How can you be so backward? Your face, of course. Didn't take long to search, haha.
Why didn't I think you were such a good thief?
You should be better at keeping your information private. You should commend me for finding this, not blame me.
Either way, you're still stealing that money from me. Don't you realize what you're doing is a stupid thing?
This is what my mother wanted and told me. Actually, the idea to go this time was that she suggested to me.
Did your mother suggest this?
Ever since I was fired from my old company and I've been trying to find a part-time job, but it's been hell for me. And you don't understand me at all. You always nag about money with me, making me tired and unmotivated to work.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Just because of this little money you make me have no weight in the family. I am no longer the head of the family, so you are always grumpy with me. You just always keep that money to yourself and spend it what you want. Don't you think you're too much for me and Mom? Am I saying this is not true?
I can't even remember spending money and doing what I want.
It stresses me out with whatever you do, so my mom suggested a trip without you. I deserve it.
You are delusional. I don't understand what you are doing and saying anymore now.
Hey, don't touch my mom.
Your mother, She certainly does too, but I mean you're stupid to take her word for it. You can't get a new job, stay at home all day. Don't you feel useless? You look at yourself, you deserve to be a man. When the pillar is not you, are you stressed? You can't make money. Do you deserve stress? You work less than a man?
You are abusing and insulting me.
Did I say something wrong for you, right? I don't just support you. The same goes for all jobs. But in return is your mother's criticism, your laziness, and your heartlessness for what I have done. If you think you're stressed out over my words, well then drown yourself in the mountain of stress that you and your mother presented to me.
You know you're the only one who can do everything. If I were you, I'd take everything.
You are stupid and short-sighted to say such things to me using my card without permission. You are so stupid that you don't care who will pay the rent or what's due in the house.
Dud?
So do you understand why you have to do that?
Come on, you're talking too much. Can't you just let it go? I am on my vacation. You're ruining the ride between me and my mom.
So who needs to be really angry? Who took that card? Are you really aware of your actions?
You are just overdoing it. It's not stealing anything from you, it's simply your joint property. I have the right to use it. You must be happy because this trip relieves my stress.
So should I sympathize with your stupidity?
What's stupid? If you don't get that, you're not a basic wife at all.
What kind of person are you so you ask me to sympathize with a thief?
Like I said, we're married. All you have, I should have the right to use it, right? Honestly, you should be generous with me.
Farley! You are too much.
Then. Okay. I've heard that enough. Can't you just stop for a minute? I will be back home next Thursday. I'll bring you a present. Have a nice day. Bye.
We're not done together, Farley.
Okay, bye, see ya. Essayer. Hey, you check your card. This morning I just went through Famous Cosmetics and saw Dior Cosmetics, so I wanted to give it to my mom, but this damn thing can't be traded. It keeps giving me an error.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, you can't use that card anymore.
What? Why?
I reported to the company to block the credit card. So you won't be able to touch that card anymore.
Are you kidding me? Are you crazy or what? I'm use it. Why did you do that?
I told you, that credit card is not for you to spend frivolously on your own personal purposes, and it is absurd for you to use it like on vacation. I have locked it because I simply don't use it for that, and you are the one who stole it without my consent and freely used it.
Are you serious or something? I need it. We don't bring money here. Do you understand it?
A parent. I mean, you should prepare everything from the beginning. If you don't have money for this vacation from the beginning, then you shouldn't do anything.
But I don't have money. What I need is your card.
I didn't want you to use my card, so I didn't agree in the first place. You do not need to know who these 8 cards belong to and how to use them. You only care about your purpose.
But if you don't unlock the card, we can't book tickets home.
Sorry, but I can't handle this either. I remember you coming back next Thursday is Sunday. So you have to book tickets on Wednesday night so you can return on Thursday morning. Why haven't you booked tickets yet?
Actually, we were going to return on Wednesday night, but the trip was really good, so we would like to have another trip if it is really interesting. So we bought tickets to another location and we were ready for that trip.
Well, is everyone having a good time? But I am not.
So you want us to go home right away?
I don't understand, what do you want anymore? But I suggest you walk back is the most suitable. It's not very far. It's about 2,500 miles from California to Hawaii, and I'm guessing you're completely walkable.
Are you crazy or what? Open my card now. You are so ridiculous and childish.
I don't know who you're talking about, but it has nothing to do with me. Farley, you're using an illegal card.
God, I have to tell you 100 times, you and I are husband and wife. I am qualified to use your card. Don't use the word theft here.
Okay, looks like you don't really understand your problem. I will explain to you that you still marry me, but it does not mean that you have the full right to use my property.
Who cares? It's all in common.
Someone's interested, Farley. But lawyers and people who know the law understand this.
Don't make it such a big deal.
You are using that you do not have the right to manage.
What do you say? I took it from your pocket and used it for the time being.
I think you should double check the name of that card.
What the hell is that? Harmony. Smith. Why doesn't this card have your name on it?
This is my company accountant's card. I use this card to buy company supplies.
So I mistook your card for the company card?
I don't understand how you can comfortably use it when the printed invoice is completely different from my name.
So why didn't you tell me about this sooner?
Are you sure you understand your problem then? I want to show you what you did with the card and act like a thief for the money.
Impossible. I am your husband. You can solve this problem.
I'm not sure I'm talking about relationships here, Farley. But what you did, I'm sure you understand.
All right, I'll talk to your accountant. This was a complete breakdown.
I'm not sure if you can email them, but I'm sure you'll get an offer.
Why do they do that? Can't they see it as an unwarranted mistake?
Farley, I think you're old enough to know your problems, and I've suffered more than enough for all of your problems. I think you should prepare your own excuses. I've supported you time and time again, but you totally don't care. It's time you got your lesson back.
Hey, wait. Can you apologize to your company for me? And I can return all the money I previously spent. You just need to tell them that you accidentally transferred the wrong amount to me, and I will immediately refund it to you.
Why should I do this for you?
All right, essayer. It's true that I was wrong to use it without permission, but you can't treat me like that. You are my wife, the head of the family. You have the responsibility to correct our mistakes. We are husband and wife, right?
I'm afraid it's not.
What?
Well, if everything you say makes no sense, then I don't see anything you're aware of your mistake, other than blaming someone else. My company will send a letter as soon as possible. Please explain to them as soon as possible honestly, and I do not want to have a relationship with someone like this.
What do you mean by that? I mean, what do you want? Why do you say that?
We end here. I can't follow you around all day cleaning up the trash you left for me.
Why would you want a divorce to end over such little things? Can you forget about it? I may have used your card, but I will return it right away. Don't you see this is pointless?
I don't care about your excuses anymore. I've heard enough of your reasons. You don't need to care or should know why.
Not all. Are you trying to trick me?
Okay, or let's take it one step at a time. Today I'm willing to listen to your defense.
Hey, don't talk like I've always been the wrong one and the guilty one.
Okay, not long ago, specifically 2 years ago, you had an affair with my best friend. Why did you say you were just mistaken?
That's the past. Don't dig up the past like that.
I agree. A year ago you said you don't have a home to go back to, you want to live with me. I happily agree. You bring your mother to live with, it's okay. But the two of you not only don't work, but also make unreasonable demands.
You're angry, but this time, why can't you tell me? You'd rather tell me directly at that moment than hold grudges and act like a child like this.
Next, do you remember the story last year? The story about you being kicked out of the company for embezzlement of public funds. The recent story must be that you know better than me. How do you do it and where the money is? I don't care, I don't need to know. But the result is that you are not only fired from the company but also without a job.
I'm just resting after a long time at work. Why are you overdoing it? No matter how talented I am, someone will accept me.
Oh wow. It's been a year. Farley, can't you see you've been fired for embezzlement? Do you think they will need a talent like you? Honestly, you're the one who has a harder time finding a job than your mother. Sometimes working as part-time waiters even finds it difficult.
Why do you suppose I would fear they would fire me for occasionally borrowing a few dollars? Such a horrible work environment.
You still haven't given them the money you stole from them back. You should be thankful they didn't file charges against you and just sacked you.
It's not like I actually intended to steal or do anything else. They just overreacted since I would have ultimately paid it all back. I wasn't to blame.
Farley, most people don't borrow money from the company as much as you do. I should still get a divorce. I'm sick of arguing and listening to excuses that even children won't listen to.
Shall we try going back, Sair? I promise this will be the last time. What do you see?
I'm tired of hearing your promises. I'm so tired of your mother who insults me every day. While I work to work with no time off, I also do the housework for all three people. Do you think I naively agree with you? In your dream. Not only her but you are the one who criticizes me every day. Whatever you say, I don't need to tell you again.
All right, now what do you want? If my mother is right, then I can't support you either. You know this.
Your mother does everything you know, and you stay at home with her all day and you still accept it. Why am I defending you? What she said and did, you use your own eyes to feel that I don't have time and don't have time to listen to you talk so much.
Hey, you're insulting me and my mom. You are going too far with your story.
Then what? Does telling the truth make you feel so hurt? So who stole my holiday card? Who came up with the idea for it? Think about it. Why don't you repeat your familiar phrase like none of your business or I have the right to share property with you? I feel so stupid for not doing it sooner. I have never regretted the decision I made today.
So this is the reason for this, huh?
If you drink, don't have a job or try for yourself, I can't follow you forever.
My mom said I needed to focus on taking care of myself and reducing stress after being fired.
Look who's saying, my dear son, you're so proud, but embezzlement of public funds is so tiring. You need to rest, ha ha ha.
She said it's not wrong, but right? My mom was always right, everyone knows that.
That's ridiculous. Don't you find yourself too attached to your mother? No matter what I do, my mother.
You can't be so selfish. Just because I take care of my mom more, don't make me feel awkward.
Yeah, you just prioritize your mother's feelings. I have no idea. But when you mess things up, go find a wife that doesn't exist like me, Farley. It's best to find someone you really love, and I can't run after you anymore.
Sair, that's not possible. It won't be okay if you're not here. You have to take me back to California first.
Why don't you register for homelessness in Hawaii? You shouldn't be looking for me.
Hey, come on. I'm just joking with you. You take me home.
I won't do what you say. I'm too angry with you too. I don't want to see you too.
Are you right and am I completely wrong? So let me go home.
You still don't understand your problem is what you did and your attitude makes it impossible for me to accept.
Are you angry just because we enjoyed the holiday without you?
Well, you are not only illiterate but also deaf, so you don't understand what I want to tell you. I congratulate you for successfully escaping me. Again, I won't help you again.
Come on, honey. I cannot live without you. Shall we go home and talk about this later?
I don't care. Let me tell you the good news. I have moved to a new apartment. My belongings have also been deposited at the consignment place. You and your mother will come over to receive them. I'm done with the two of you. Goodbye and never see you again.
Wait! Why can't you do this? We can't make it without you. Where would we be? Hey, Esair.
I blocked him and moved to a new apartment. I also prepared my divorce papers. The procedure will be completed quickly, but we don't have too much common property because before we got married, we had our own property. Therefore, it is very difficult for him to receive a share of the property from me. He paid the full amount after receiving 2 warning letters from the company attorney because after 1 week he still refused to pay. He tried to contact me to borrow money, but I refused to meet him. He tried to annoy me at work, but fortunately the security guards and police arrived in time to take him away. After that, I don't know the specific situation, but he borrowed money from many people and now he has to do the job he hates the most, serving as a waitress. What he hates is feeding him and his mother.